it was a massive compromise for the Nationals in government to sign up to net zero by 2050. Is that key here? Because you might want to retract that policy. You might want to scrap your commitment to net zero, and the Liberals would probably never do that.
Well, look, that wasn't about the discussion today, Chris. Our policy is we adhere to net zero 2050. But an important part of that, Chris, and you'll remember, as soon as we signed on to that, we started talking about nuclear, and we started talking about the fact that if you want the lights to stay on, we have to have nuclear as part of the solution to that. So we've, again, as part of what we were talking about in the last week or so, we get that we might want to walk back and talk about something different than the 7, proposed sites and how it would be funded. But we said as a starting point, we have to at least keep that we agree with lifting the moratorium on it as a starting point, just to have that as a standard thing as well. Because if we don't do that, the reckless renewable Labor policy has all these renewables, the solar factories, the wind turbines all through regional Australia. And we needed a guarantee on that as well and couldn't get that.
Okay.
Now, Chris, these are important things for us to have surety if we're going into an agreement. And we couldn't get them, which is why we made a very difficult decision today.
Absolutely a difficult decision, and these policy issues are very, very important, not just for the coalition parties but for the country. I just want to finish off though by asking, to what extent was this about Sussan Ley? Is it a problem for the Nationals in dealing with Sussan Ley as the Liberal leader?
This has nothing to do with Sussan Ley, Chris. We would have taken this to anyone who was the leader of the Liberal Party. We also went to Sussan and said, look, these are 4 things that we need to sort of agree on before we start talking. We went back to and fro a couple of times. Again, Chris, to reaffirm this decision wasn't made either by the leadership of the Nationals. This was made by the collective Federal National Party room. We went back to them twice and said, where are you on this? And they then this morning said quite conclusively, we have to be out if that's all they can give.
Thanks for joining us, Kevin. I appreciate it. Kevin Hogan there, who's the Deputy Nationals Leader.